You did it. You finally hit that magic number. 6 figures. That $100,000 salary you've been chasing since college. You remember the email from HR, the phone call with your boss. The number on the screen looked like a finish line. Late nights at the office, extra projects piling up, endless meetings. They all paid off. You imagined the freedom. Nice dinners, vacations, no bank checking, the feeling you'd made it. The world says a high salary is the ultimate goal, the key to a good life, to security, to happiness. But then something strange happens. A few months pass. The initial excitement fades. That 6-figure salary, once an infinite stream, now feels normal. You check your bank account just before payday. The balance, dangerously close to zero, sometimes negative. You've got a nicer car, a bigger apartment in a better neighborhood, weekends full of pricey brunches, a closet overflowing with clothes you barely wear, living the life you thought you wanted, but you feel a quiet, gnawing anxiety. If you lost your job tomorrow, how long could you survive? A month? Maybe 2? Earning more than ever, yet feeling just as broke. This isn't personal failure, it's a design flaw. The system is built this way. The salary-based career path is a trap. A comfortable, well-lit, socially acceptable trap. It gives just enough comfort, never real freedom. It keeps you showing up day after day, year after year, exchanging your most valuable asset, time, for a number that gets eaten away by taxes, inflation, and the ever-expanding cost of the life you're supposed to be living. You are running faster and faster on a treadmill that isn't moving you forward. You're caught in the 6-figure illusion. Time to wake up. In this video, we'll tear down that illusion. Not about budgeting tips, not about skipping lattes. This isn't about cutting back. It's a fundamental shift in how you think about money, work, and your future. We'll explore why salary rarely makes you wealthy, and more importantly, what actually does. Why the rich don't chase paychecks, and how you can adopt that mindset starting from nothing. Your first step off the treadmill. Stop trading your life for a living. Start building a life of freedom. Most of us are programmed from a very young age with a simple formula for success. Go to school, get good grades, find a good secure job with a reputable company. Work hard, climb the corporate ladder, your salary will grow. With each promotion, with each annual raise, you'll get a little closer to financial security. It's the path our parents took and their parents before them. It's the story society sells us, plastered on billboards, embedded in every career day presentation. The message is clear. Your income is a measure of your worth. A bigger paycheck is the prize for a life well lived. This story is so powerful, so deeply ingrained in our culture, that we rarely stop to question it. But this story leaves out the most important parts. It doesn't tell you that your salary is the most heavily taxed form of income there is. It doesn't mention that every dollar you earn is silently losing its value to inflation year after year. It conveniently forgets to explain that humans are wired for adaptation. What felt like a luxury yesterday quickly becomes a necessity today. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's the silent killer of wealth. The story sells you the dream of a corner office, but it doesn't warn you that the price of that office is often your own time, your own health, and your own freedom to choose what you do with your days. This journey we're about to take is about rewriting that story. It's about understanding the difference between income and wealth. Income is what you earn. It's a flow of money, and for most people, that flow stops the second they stop working. Wealth is what you own. It's a collection of assets, things that put money in your pocket whether you show up to an office or not. Wealth is the house you own that generates rental income. It's the business you built that runs on a system. It's the portfolio of stocks that pays you dividends while you sleep. Wealth is owning the tree, not just picking the fruit. Your salary makes you a fruit picker, and you can only pick for so long. The goal here is not to tell you to quit your job tomorrow. For most of us, our job is the starting point. It's the seed capital for building something more. The goal is to change your perspective. It's to help you see your salary not as the end goal, but as a tool. A tool to be used strategically to buy back your time and build systems that will eventually work for you. We will explore how to shift from an employee mindset thinking in terms of hours and paychecks, to an owner mindset, thinking in terms of assets, cash flow, and leverage. This is not about getting rich quick. It's about a slow, deliberate, and powerful strategy to build a life where your money works for you instead of the other way around. At its core, a salary is a simple, brutal transaction. You are selling a piece of your life in exchange for money. The commodity you are trading is your time. It is the most finite, most precious resource you will ever have. You can always make more money, but you can never make more time. Every hour you spend in an office is an hour you will never get back. Every hour you spend in a meeting is an hour you will never get back. Every hour you spend responding to emails after dinner is an hour you will never get back. It's an hour you could have spent with your family. It's an hour you could have spent learning a new skill. It's an hour you could have spent building a business. It's an hour you could have spent simply being present in your own life. This is the time for money trap, the fundamental flaw of relying on a salary. When you're young, this trade seems like a great deal. Your time feels infinite. Selling 40 hours a week for a steady paycheck feels like a smart move. Selling 50 hours a week for a steady paycheck feels like a smart move. Selling 60 hours a week for a steady paycheck feels like a smart move. But as the years go by, the true cost becomes painfully clear. You start to see your life not in days or years, but in blocks of time sold off to your employer. Let's say you're a highly paid consultant earning $200 per hour. That sounds incredible. But to make a substantial income, you have to bill a substantial number of hours. If you work 40 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, you can earn $400,000. To earn more, you have to work more. But how much more can you realistically work? 50 hours a week? 60? 70? At some point, you hit a wall. You run out of time. You run out of energy. This is the opposite of how wealth is built. Wealthy individuals and business owners build systems that are decoupled from their time. They build businesses that serve thousands of customers at once. They create software that can be sold an infinite number of times with zero marginal effort. They buy real estate that generates rental income 24/7. Their income is not linear. It's exponential. It has leverage. Your salary, on the other hand, has no leverage. It is you and you alone turning a crank. You can turn it faster, but you can't be in two places at once, and you can't turn it while you sleep. This hard cap is why chasing a higher salary is ultimately a losing game. You are playing in the minor leagues of income generation. The real game is being played by those who have found a way to break the link between their time and their money. Now, let's talk about the money you actually see. You negotiate a salary of $100,000. You feel fantastic, but you will never, ever receive a check for $100,000. Before a single dollar makes it to your bank account, your silent partner steps in to take their cut. That partner is the government, and your salary is their favorite type of income to tax. Earned income, the money you get from a job, is taxed at the highest possible rates. On that $100,000 salary, you'll pay federal income tax. You'll pay state income tax. You'll pay Social Security tax. You'll pay Medicare tax. When you add it all up, it's not uncommon for 25%, 30%, or even 40% of your gross salary to vanish. That $100,000 you were so proud of suddenly becomes $70,000. You are working almost 4 months of the year just to pay your tax bill. This is why the rich focus on different types of income. They understand that not all money is treated equally by the tax code. Income from long-term capital gains is taxed at a much lower rate. Income from some real estate investments can be offset by depreciation. But there's another invisible force silently eating away at the value of every dollar you have left. That force is inflation. Let's say you get a 3% raise this year, but then you look at the inflation rate, and it was also 3% that year. What did you actually gain? Nothing. The cost of groceries, the cost of gas, the cost of housing, the cost of healthcare, all went up by the same amount as your raise. You ran faster on the treadmill, but the treadmill's speed increased, and you haven't moved forward an inch. Now, consider a more realistic and painful scenario. You get that same 3% raise, but inflation is running at 7%. In this case, you are actively getting poorer. A significant salary increase, $100,000. $130,000 a year. That's an extra $30,000. First, let's look at taxes. That extra is taxed at your highest marginal tax rate. So your $30,000 raise is immediately reduced. Next, inflation steps in. Your real, spendable, life-improving raise is now down to $9,000 for the year. This is the first, most dangerous step into the world of lifestyle inflation. You buy the bigger house, and just like that, your $30,000 raise has vanished. You are earning more money than ever before, but your free cash flow, the money left over after mandatory expenses, has actually gone down. You are, in a very real sense, poorer than you were before the promotion. This is how the golden handcuffs are forged and then tightened. Each lifestyle upgrade adds another link to the chain. That new house needs to be furnished. You take on credit card debt. The two-car garage looks empty with just one car. You buy a second, nicer vehicle. Your new neighbors have professionally landscaped lawns, so you feel the pressure to do the same. Your high salary once felt like power. Now it's your greatest vulnerability. You are completely dependent on it, because your entire lifestyle is built on that one single pillar of income. The person making $80,000 a year and saving 20% of their income is often in a far stronger financial position than the director making $150,000 and saving only 5% of their income. This is why promotions can make you poorer. They don't just give you more money, they give you a new, more expensive script to live by. And if you follow that script, you will find yourself trapped. For most of our lives, we are taught to use the words income and wealth interchangeably. This is the single most important and dangerous misunderstanding in personal finance. Income is not wealth. A high-income professional, like a surgeon making $600,000 a year, is not wealthy. Conversely, a school teacher earning $60,000 a year, who has diligently saved and invested over 2 decades, is wealthy. The key characteristic of income, especially salary income, is that you have to keep working to keep it flowing. It is active. Wealth is the army of dollar bills that you have sent out into the world to fight and conquer on your behalf. It is the money that works for you. You build wealth by acquiring assets. Not just any assets, cash-flowing assets. A cash-flowing asset actively puts money into your pocket without selling. Example, rental property. After you pay the mortgage, property taxes, insurance, and set aside money for repairs, you have a few $100s left over. That surplus is positive cash flow. Your primary residence? It's an asset, yes. Does it put money in your pocket? No, it takes money out. It's a cash flow liability. Buy dividend stocks. Dividend checks are cash flow. Write a book. Royalties are cash flow. Own a small business. Profits are cash flow. The goal is to convert your active salary income into passive asset-based income until your money machines make more than your job. That is the day you become free. To truly build wealth, you need to break this link. You need leverage. Leverage is the secret sauce. Let's talk about other people's time. A business owner can leverage the time of others. You have escaped the trap of your own 2 hands. Next, consider other people's money. You put down 20% of your own money, and the bank provides the other 80%. You are using the bank's money to control an asset worth 5 times your initial investment. The employee mindset is to avoid debt at all costs. The owner mindset is to differentiate between bad debt and good debt used to acquire cash-flowing assets. The wealthy understand that using leverage is the only way to scale beyond the severe limitations of their own time and their own savings. It is the rocket fuel that separates a linear path from an exponential one. It is the shift from thinking like an employee to thinking like an owner. An employee thinks about their job. An owner thinks about their business. When an employee gets a bonus, their first thought is often, what can I buy? When an owner gets a surplus of cash, their first thought is, what can I buy that will make me more money? You can start cultivating an owner's mindset today. Start analyzing your life and your spending not as a consumer, but as a CEO analyzing a company's cash flow. Start seeing your salary not as your reward, but as your seed capital. This means you must adopt the most fundamental principle of wealth creation. Pay yourself first. Before you pay your rent, you take a predetermined percentage of your income and move it into a separate account. This simple act is revolutionary. It flips the script. Instead of saving what's left after spending, you spend what's left after saving. You see your friend's expensive new car, and you don't feel envy. You see the thousands of dollars that could have been deployed to buy a dividend-paying stock. And with each dollar you add to your asset fund, you are buying a small piece of your freedom back. You are slowly but surely building a bridge out of the salary trap. The next time your boss calls you into their office to offer you a raise or a promotion, you will see it for what it truly is. It's not just a reward, it is a test. Will you use that extra money to buy a slightly nicer prison, a bigger house, a fancier car, a more expensive lifestyle? Or will you see it as a powerful accelerant to speed up your escape from the rat race? The choice is yours. Stop chasing the next paycheck and start building a life. If this shift in thinking has opened your eyes, subscribe to this channel to continue your journey from employee to owner. Your real financial education starts today.